What's going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your brother, Truth31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on that face, neck, and chest. And is The Rock gonna go one-on-one with the Justice League? Let's go. I'm more rock hard than watching the Renato housewife in Austin Powers' Golden Shower. So without further ado, let's break this bitch down and let's see what we got. Hey. So a fan asked Home of the DCEU, go check them out on Twitter, they're pretty reliable source. They asked them if there will be any post-credit teases for Black Adam, and they responded with this: a tease for Superman vs. Black Adam. The Justice League film will probably have The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as the main villain. So if this is true, or if there is conversations about that happening, that is very exciting. And of course, all the hardcore Snyderverse fans are like, no, why won't The Rock just go away? This is Zack Snyder's DCEU. I don't know how I can do this anymore. My will, you are killing my will to live. No, Zack Snyder.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I can't help 30 years of my around.
Robert.
Now, I don't mean to poke fun, but that's how some of you in the Snyderverse fandom behave. Some of you have this childlike mentality of, if it's not Zack Snyder, then it's going to suck. If Zack Snyder is not directing the entire DCEU, then it will fall flat on its face. And I'm like, no, that's a foolish mindset to have. There are a lot of great directors out there that can make great DC movies. There are a lot of directors and writers out there that might have a unique take on these DC characters, similar to how Zack Snyder portrayed these characters. My only hope going forward is that DC and David Zaslav, Warner Brothers, honors what Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope that they keep the essence. I hope that they keep the vibes and the tones that Zack Snyder set with these characters. Because Zack Snyder, what he did so brilliantly was present these characters as the god-like figures that they are. Like, these are our modern Greek gods. So going forward, I hope they keep that in check. I hope they keep that intact, because that was a perfect way to represent these characters. And I think they will. If David Zaslav is smart, I think he will. You see some of that in Black Adam. I'm sure, The Flash is going to have this big multiversal acid trip event movie, and Shazam and Aquaman going forward. Now, whether or not, Dwayne Johnson is going to be the big bad for the entire DCEU, no. I think Darkseid is still a play. I think Darkseid will still be the overall, quote-unquote, Thanos of the DCEU. But I think, having Dwayne as one of the main villains for a Justice League film, I think that's a great idea. I think that will build up hype, especially if Black Adam is the big hit that we all hope that it can be, it should be, then Dwayne will obviously be one of the main villains for a single Justice League film. And I think that would be fantastic. I think that would bring more hype to the DCEU, and it will bring more exposure and more positive comments and a more positive outlook for the DCEU, because people shit on the DCEU for whatever fucking reason, bro, because they're nerds. They're like, oh, this is a Marvel. It's like, good. I don't want this shit to be Marvel. I want this to be different from Marvel. Like, DC has its own tone, and DC works best when it's dark. Not for every single character, but for some characters, this mature, dark tone is what makes DC so unique and so different. And I hope that they keep that aesthetic going forward, and I think they will. But, a rumor of Dwayne being the main villain for a Justice League film, I think that's great. I think that's awesome. Because, Dwayne, he's a hype man. He hypes up the DCEU. He's going to hype up Black Adam like he has so far. And I think it will be a great choice for a Justice League villain. Especially because, Black Adam is a powerful character. And you know damn well Dwayne is going to be powerful as fuck in this movie. So I think it'll be a great match for the Justice League. And then going forward for a Justice League Part 2 and Part 3, I think that's when they will introduce Darkseid and start hinting at him more and more. And like I said, he'll be the Thanos for the DCEU. I know Darkseid came first, but you know what I mean. You know, for all the Marvel fanboys that checking out this video for the first time, it's like, DCEU, this sucks. Thanos came first. Like, no, bitch. Darkseid came first. Darkseid is the man. Darkseid is legit. And Darkseid should be the Darth Vader for the DCEU. And I hope they do that. I think they will. I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in WB. I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in David Zaslav. So hopefully he does not steer us wrong. But you know, hearing his words that he wants to make the Trinity the main focus for the DC going forward, that gave me a lot of hope for the future. So hopefully DC, as of right now, is in good hands, and they just, you know, propel this franchise going forward, man. And for those who love Zack Snyder, I love Zack Snyder, but like I said, Zack Snyder is not going to be involved right now, maybe not for several years. But our best hope is that without Zack Snyder, that they can continue to flourish this universe going forward. So we shall see. So that's going to be it. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord to join the Truth Army. Share the video, like the video, be so kind as always, push comments down below, and give me your thoughts. Do you think, Truth, there's no DCEU without Zack Snyder, okay? You are a traitor. You gave up. That's what you did. Or do you think, Truth, I hear you. There's no Zack Snyder right now, but I hope we get some quality DC movies going forward, and I think we will, and that's what excites me, because with or without Zack Snyder, DCU strong. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
That office. You take that to the bank.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.